Okay, my name is Glenn Cunningham. I'm the owner and operator of the Kouketsu Dojo, which is a Shibu Dojo of the Jundokan in Okinawa. Today I wanted to talk about Makiwara training. Since the presence of YouTube came around, there's a lot of training videos on the internet, such as Makiwara, Karate, Kata, Kumite. I think I've seen just about every single one on Makiwara training, and I thought it was time for me to give a little intake on my own personal training and some of the training that my students do and the training that my sensei, Taira sensei from Okinawa Jundokan trains. Okay, so this is a unique Makiwara. It's basically a post that was bought in Home Depot and cut, and it was cut so there's some spring, cut long ways this way here, and the importance of that is so it's not a hard hit and there is some spring. Makiwaras like this are really good for training because there is a little give, but this gives another dimension as far as the thickness of someone's neck. This does not represent somebody's neck or arm for that matter, but this generally does. And we have this built down here, the base, a little bigger than it should be, and we just add in pieces of shimmy in there to keep it tight. Now you can adjust it to any looseness that you want. Basically, you can see that it's been hit so many years that it's kind of leaning that way from being hit. Now, when I first started hitting, I was told the conventional way of hitting from here and striking, locking out the arm and hitting. And since then, I've experimented with many ways of hitting the Makiwara. And what I've come up with is that most of the fights are in close that you have, and long distance strikes are good for the beginner training, not locking out the elbow, but more advanced hitting is what I wanted to talk about. So when I start off hitting, I hit every morning before I go to work. I'll hit either here, where you can see it's dented from everybody hitting, or up around this area here. Okay, what I do is I'll get in real close, keeping my left hand up. Of course I hit with both, but hitting with the first two knuckles here, and kind of getting used just touching it. And then instead of bringing the arm all the way back, which again is not bad if it's right for your body, instead of bringing it all the way back, kind of just touching it here, like this. Just getting the hand kind of charged up and hitting. And then as that progresses, when you get around 100, 150, then you can start to add a little power into it with your hips. Because as we all know, most of karate comes from koshi, hip training. So from here, adding a little power after you're warmed up. Now, ideally, what you want to hit is kind of this way, where the first two knuckles hit. Okay, this is acceptable, but this I think is ideal. Okay? And you continue on there till about, let's say, a good another 150. So it'll give you a total of 300. We do that every day, and you're on your way to building a strong wrist. Okay? And that's both hands. Another way of hitting is with shuto. So, this way. And again, I'm not standing way back here and swinging it this way, which if you want to start out, it's fine. I like to stay close, this way. And I'm not hitting straight in this way. You see it straight in this way. I'm hitting this way with the fatty part of the hand. Okay? So I would do each hand maybe 50, 60 times. And then I would do a combination. That way. We do about 200 of those every day. Okay, now we come to something that Tade Sensei does. And it's difficult to explain. I really don't have it down that well, but I'm starting to get it. I started seeing him do this back in the middle 90s. And I've been trying to pick it up as much as possible. Some people start and then they just give up. All things start off slow and easy. Okay, so what Tade Sensei does is he hits the Makiwara and uses a whipping action to force all the energy out through his fingers or his knuckles. And he breathes every time. But there's also a motion with the feet. So you look down here, with the feet where when he steps in, his body pivots this way. Anyone that studies with Tai-san knows that he uses the hips often. Okay, so now I'll demonstrate, first off, hitting the Makiwara, and then I'll go down and show you the foot motion. Okay?